Completely delusional is the mindset of many comic book sellers. Case in point, I recently came across someone online who was looking to sell a copy of Mystery Tales number 5 that he estimated was a 7.0 grade. And I thought to myself, hey, that's not such a bad price for a pre-code horror book, and maybe he's got some other Golden Age comics and we can put together a little package deal and I can sell a few and keep a few and basically break even. And so I reached out to him and said, hey, can you send me some pictures of that Mystery Tales number 5 because I am super interested, and this is what he sent me. 7.0 with missing pieces, a split spine, and a detached cover? What a load of crap. I mean, is this guy crazy? And sadly, I think the answer is yes. This guy is just completely deluded. And of course, this is kind of an extreme example, but I've seen this time and time again where a seller is just completely deluded about the condition of his comic book and thinks it's in pristine shape when it's just a piece of trash. And, to be fair, even in a low grade, that Mystery Tales 5 would be a cool book to add to my collection, but not for $240. Now, I'm curious how you would respond to those pictures. I think there's 3 general ways that you can respond. First of all, you could try some friendly negotiation where you say something like, hey man, thanks a lot for sending the pictures. I'm definitely interested. It's a cool book, but I do think it's a little bit below a 7.0. Would you be open to some negotiation? And then kind of see where it goes from there. Secondly, you could just be a lot more blunt and say, hey man, I'm sorry to break it to you, but this book is just nowhere close to a 7.0. I still am interested and I could give you like $30 for it, but I don't think you're going to have anyone give you anything close to what you're asking for. And thirdly, you could just ghost them. Just not reply at all to the message and say, man, this guy is just deluded. I don't want to deal with him anymore. Now, the way that I would respond to those messages has changed over time. A few years ago, when I first got back into collecting, I would have gone with the first option and just tried to be a super nice guy and hope that he would take my advice and be like, hey Michael, you're a super nice guy. Just tell me what I should price this at and I'll sell it to you for whatever you want because you're clearly reasonable and I'm clearly deluded. Unfortunately, I found out time and time again that that is simply a waste of time. When somebody is so deluded that they think a 2.0 is a 7.0, then they're not going to listen to anything you say. If they're expecting to get $240 and you offer them $30, they're just going to laugh you off. And sadly, what I now do is just ghost them. I just don't respond anymore. And I hate that. I can't tell you how much I hate ghosting. My wife sells on Facebook Marketplace sometimes, and it's so frustrating when somebody says, hey, is this available? And you're like, yes. And then you never hear from them again. And it drives me nuts. And so I don't want to be that guy. But again, when I realize that someone is just completely deluded, I've come to realize that I am wasting my and their time by trying to negotiate what is actually a reasonable price. They're just not going to listen. So I could say, hey, I think this and all this. And they might go back, oh, well, what do you kind of think it is? And I'm like, well, actually, it's like a 2.0. And they're like, you suck. You're terrible. You're trying to rip me off. And then I get a lot of heat from them. And so I walk away shamed and embarrassed and feel like I've let this person down. And then they're mad and angry and all this kind of stuff. So sadly, I have come away with the conclusion when someone's that deluded, again, it's different if I thought it was like a 6.0, right? And they thought it was a 7.0. I mean, there's room for us to negotiation and meeting in the middle there. But when we're so far apart, it's just a waste of everybody's time, in my opinion. But you tell me, what has been your experience? Have you ever come across a diluted seller, and how did you handle it? If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so now. Like, comment, thank you.